Hello everyone. Welcome back to Jikook Diaries Channel, the home for every heart that beats faster whenever Jimin and Jungkook appear in the same frame. Today, we're diving deep into something that once again has the entire ARMY community talking, something that has the word confirmation written all over it. Because what Jungkook just did, what he showed off, is more than just a gesture. It's a statement, a quiet but powerful way of saying Jimin's heart belongs to me. It all began like any other ordinary day in the life of BTS members' schedules, rehearsals, and those little behind-the-scenes moments that fans live for. But sometimes, in the smallest, most unexpected interactions, the truth speaks louder than words. Jungkook, with his effortless charm and the way he looks at Jimin as if no one else exists, once again sent shockwaves across the fandom. The moment might have lasted only a few seconds, but to Jikook supporters, it felt eternal. The clip that started it all was simple Jungkook sitting beside Jimin during a casual live. At first glance, nothing unusual. But then Jungkook leaned closer, his voice dropping into that soft, teasing tone he only uses with Jimin. He reached out, fixing a small detail on Jimin's shirt, something so intimate, so natural that everyone watching could feel the connection radiating between them. And then, without hesitation, Jungkook smiled and said words that would break the internet. Mine. That single word was enough. Armies froze. Comments exploded. Thousands of fans replayed the moment again and again. Was he joking? Was he teasing? Or was this Jungkook finally letting the world know what he's been feeling all along? You see, Jimin and Jungkook have always had this unspoken understanding, a language that only the two of them seem to share. It's in their glances, their small touches, the way they instinctively mirror each other's gestures. Over the years, fans have seen them evolve from two young idols figuring out fame and friendship to two men whose bond has only deepened through time and trials. And yet, no matter how much they've grown, one thing has remained the same. Jungkook's eyes always find Jimin first. Even during group interviews, when the room is full of laughter and chaos, Jungkook somehow manages to track Jimin's every move. His gaze softens, his smile changes, it's no longer the confident grin of a superstar, but something more tender. And Jimin, always so effortlessly charming, often pretends not to notice, though the small curve of his lips tells another story. So when Jungkook recently decided to show off, whether through his words, his actions, or even the way he looked at Jimin, fans knew it wasn't random. It was intentional. It was Jungkook being Jungkook, the man who never says too much, but whose eyes speak volumes. In another recent appearance, Jungkook was spotted wearing a bracelet that fans immediately recognized, one that Jimin had been seen wearing months before. It wasn't the first time they had shared accessories, of course, but the timing, as always, made people wonder. Why now? Why this? It almost felt like Jungkook wanted the world to notice, to see what only a few have dared to say aloud, that he's no longer hiding. For years, Jikook has been a story told in fragments, a touch here, a glance there, a shared smile behind the cameras. Fans have built theories, timelines, and collected every moment that seemed to reveal a deeper connection. And through it all, Jungkook has always been the one who, in his quiet and subtle way, protects Jimin. Whether it's adjusting his mic, shielding him from the crowd, or just staying close during interviews, his actions have consistently screamed devotion. So when he showed off that subtle but unmistakable moment of claiming Jimin, it wasn't arrogance. It was love, quiet, sure, and beautifully unapologetic. Jimin, on the other hand, responded in a way that only he could, with that shy smile, that slight blush, and a glance that lasted just a little too long. He didn't push Jungkook away, didn't laugh it off. Instead, he looked at him like someone who had already known this for a long time, like someone whose heart had already found its home. The fandom, of course, went wild. Clips flooded Twitter, edits appeared on TikTok, and the word confirmation trended for hours. But behind all the excitement, there was something even more powerful, a collective realization that this bond has always been there, silently growing stronger over the years. Because this isn't just about a romantic gesture. It's about trust, vulnerability, and years of shared memories that only they truly understand. Jungkook's confidence in showing it off wasn't about making a scene. It was about embracing authenticity. And maybe, just maybe, he was finally tired of hiding how much Jimin means to him. Let's not forget how many times Jungkook has openly talked about Jimin being one of the most important people in his life. From calling him Hyung with respect and warmth, to admitting that Jimin was the one who always comforted him during hard times, these confessions weren't small. They were emotional markers of a deep, enduring bond. In one older clip, Jungkook once said, "When I think of someone who's always there for me, it's Jimin Hyung." And if that wasn't enough to make hearts melt, he followed it up with, "He understands me more than I understand myself." Words like that don't come easily, especially from someone as reserved as Jungkook. It's no wonder fans interpret his every gesture as a continuation of that truth that Jimin isn't just a friend, but someone he deeply, unshakably cherishes. As for Jimin, he has never been one to deny affection either. His warmth, his natural way of showing care, and the way his eyes soften whenever Jungkook is near, all of it speaks louder than any interview could. Whether it's checking on Jungkook's health, gently teasing him during lives, or calling him my baby in the most casual, loving tone, Jimin has always matched Jungkook's energy in his own quiet way. That's why, when Jungkook showed off and subtly confirmed that Jimin's heart was his, it didn't come as a shock to longtime Jikook believers. It felt like a natural next step, the kind of confirmation that doesn't need an official statement because it's already written in every moment they share. There's also something beautifully poetic about how the two of them navigate the spotlight. In an industry where privacy is rare and every gesture is scrutinized, Jimin and Jungkook have mastered the art of speaking without words. They don't need grand declarations. Their love, whether platonic, emotional, or romantic, has always existed in the spaces between. Like the way Jungkook often hums Jimin's solo songs, or the way Jimin unconsciously mirrors Jungkook's habits, their matching rings, the similar clothes, the shared playlists. Each of these small things forms a mosaic that tells one story. They belong in each other's world. Even during the quietest times, when they're not seen together publicly, their energy seems to remain intertwined. When Jimin goes live, Jungkook suddenly appears in the comments. When Jungkook releases music, Jimin's name finds its way into the lyrics through symbolism and feeling. Fans feel it. They see it. And that's why moments like this, when Jungkook so boldly claims what everyone has suspected for years, feel so powerful. It's as though he's saying, "I don't care if people know. This is real. This is mine." The way he protects Jimin, the way he praises him even when no one asks, and the way he seems to light up in his presence, it's all there. And maybe that's what true love looks like when you strip away the glamour and the noise. It's not about grand gestures, but about choosing the same person again and again, in 1,000 small ways. So yes, Jungkook showed off. But maybe what he really did was finally show us the world, the fans, and even Jimin that love, in its purest form, doesn't always need to hide. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's shy, but when it's real, it shines through effortlessly. And when he said that single word, mine, it wasn't just a claim, it was a confession. A confirmation that Jimin's heart, for as long as anyone can remember, has always belonged to him. As armies continue to celebrate and dissect every frame, one thing remains certain. Jikook's story isn't just about fleeting moments or viral clips. It's about two souls who found comfort in each other's presence and who, despite the chaos of fame, still managed to keep their hearts connected. Because in the end, Jungkook didn't just show off Jimin. He showed us love raw, honest, and quietly unbreakable. And maybe that's the most beautiful confirmation of all. Love doesn't always shout. Sometimes it simply looks across the room, finds the one person who feels like home, and smiles. That's what Jimin and Jungkook have always been, two souls who speak a language only they understand. No matter how many rumors swirl, how much noise surrounds them, their connection remains untouched, gentle, steady, and true. And for those of us who have watched them from the beginning, we know that this isn't the end of their story. It's just another chapter, one filled with quiet confirmations, soft glances, and the kind of love that doesn't need words to be real. Thank you so much for watching and for always supporting this journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Jikook moment. Until next time, stay kind, stay open, and keep believing in love, the kind that shines even in silence.